What is going on, everybody? Civil here. You already know we're living the dream. In this video, I'm talking about an offense that's going to be really close related to like a Madden, or rather an NCAA 14 type feel. I'm in the spread playbook in regs, and MUT is pass balance, okay? So do not ask me in the comment section what it is. In MUT, it's pass balance. In regs, it's spread, and it has 33 shotgun formation. But we're really going to be focusing on one. Now, if you're excited for these type of videos, you want to see me break down some more cool offenses outside of the usual gameplays and more in practice mode, make sure you guys do hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for more content like this, more Madden 20, all types of gameplays, all types of really cool stuff, Madden 21 news, Madden 21 content, all that good stuff. And I live stream 4 days a week. Link to my Twitch in the description below, so make sure you check that out. So I want to break this down. I want to show you what's really cool about this. So the first thing we're going to talk about, and the reason I get a really good college spread vibe from this, right? It's going to be pretty obvious. We see right here we have a touch pass. Obviously that's going to be a motion touch pass. You know, a little shuffle like that. Boom. We also have this midline, which is really good, and this RPO read FL screen. Now, mind you, I'm with the Ravens right here. You want a fast quarterback. You know, the Cardinals would be cool. Seahawks are cool too. We have these motion screens, which are super cool. So there's going to be a lot of motioning in this offense that's really going to allow you to really be able to keep the defense on their toes and really change directions pretty quickly. You know, get them flowing one way, they'll be able to hit them with a reverse. You see this motion-wise tight end screen. Then there is a good crosser here too. There's PA read, which is a really cool crosser. This post route for the PA jet sweep, this play actually isn't very good. But there is 4 verticals. Double dig is pretty good, and then also corner strike's really good. So first thing I want to show you, we also have a standard read option. And the biggest thing here is just going to be keeping people on their toes with motioning. Okay, so I want to first show you this midline read option against kind of a 3-4 look, and we're going to see what we're going to be able to do with a good quarterback, or with a fast quarterback, okay? And it's honestly really cool. I've used this all year very sparingly. So one thing you have to remember is that we have this motion jet screen. So let me start off with doing the motion screen. Let me actually tell you a little bit about my personnel. For this, the slot receiver, you want this guy to be fast. So we have Marquise Brown. We're actually going to throw him in the slot right here, because this is going to be our motion touch pass guy. And so let me do that, and let me now throw this in here. Perfect. So let's actually go to this touch pass, and let's go up against a random defense, okay? This is the first thing that we're going to do, that if we have the numbers to the right side, we're going to touch pass them, and you're going to see it's going to be a pretty good run. Now, if he holds a block right there, it's a pretty good run. Sometimes they don't hold their blocks. Not a whole lot you can do. That's just the run game for you, even though this is a pass. All right, but you're going to see me doing this a lot, and right there, once again, we're a little unable to hold our blocks right here. A little bit of practice mode. I'm going to do it a few more times and be able to see, really. So right here, this will be a good one, because you see we have the numbers over there. And as you see, yeah, that was a good one. Receiver is doing a good job holding the blocks, but nonetheless, we are getting decent yards. You can see how, once again, like here, this is another good example of it, where this is a good time to run this touch pass. This is a good time to run it, and we'll be able to cut it up right there. And if we're just able to hold our blocks a little better, these touch passes are super lethal. But I want to show you, that's one of our main plays we're going to want to run a lot. This right here should be damn near a touchdown, as long as Boyle gets his block right there, and he does. This blocking can be a little annoying right now, but it's mostly a practice mode issue. But nonetheless, I want to show you now this midline, and the biggest issue right here, the reason their switch is kind of a tight end out here, don't mind that. That's really a mid-game thing. You have motion this guy across still, and with this midline, you can actually keep it with your quarterback every time. And notice what we're going to be able to do here is that with that same motion, and of course Lamar has jukebox, so you'll be able to make people miss like crazy. With that same exact motion, we're now able to kind of create a little bit of a different look. Now, once again, this switching right here, that would never happen if you don't have a tight end out there. I just messed up with my personnel. Don't worry about it. But you can snap this ball right here, and getting the right front, you see we're able to get really good yards. Now, you want to run conservative, of course, because you don't want to fumble, obviously. But this is already giving you kind of that college vibe where the motions are kind of messing with the defense a little bit, and it's kind of really hard to just be able to tell. You see right here a really good run. This would be a touchdown if I wanted it to be, and like it's pretty cool. I like this a lot. I really do. A play I want to talk about on top of that is going to be this PA read play. Now, once again, obviously the switching of the players is not a huge deal. I'm not concerned about that at all. And we can really, we've seen this route combo many times where we have basically dagger. This is from like gun tray Y flex. You can recreate this on a lot of things. But right here, we see the smart route in route on the backside, super good. And if you might need to rewatch some parts of this video if you're interested in this offense at all. But all I'm doing here is going to PA read and putting this guy on a backside deep smart route in route, and I'm streaking this guy on the right. And I mean, it's simple, guys. With this rollout, you see the crosser is going to be super open. Lamar can't make a throw. You don't have to worry about that, okay? Assumably, you're doing this in MUT, so you probably have a really good quarterback there. But it's the same thing. We're just going right back. And now we can go right back to this touch pass easily. And this is actually going to be a good... Obviously, don't run into a forcer. But you see how that touch pass, we have those two motions now. That's going to be a very, very, very big struggle. On top of that, we also have this little dime right here. Same motion. Boom. Get over there. Now, we're handing it off to inside zone. Against certain fronts, that's going to be doing a really, really, really good job. We have a read option, rather. So we have the option of just holding on to it or of just taking it with our halfback. So once again, same motion. Boom. Right here, we want to hand it off. And you see, this has, honestly, the coolest thing this reminds me of is a Gus Johnson type of offense over at Auburn. I'm not sure. Is he still at Auburn? I'm not sure. But you guys see, like, we're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it's pretty cool results. It is pretty cool results. And you don't have to motion every single time either. You don't have to. Right here, you see we don't motion, and of course they shed. But you don't have to motion every single time. You get super creative inside of this offense, which I love. I think it's super, super fun to do. Right here, we can go back to this touch pass. I mean, boom, there we go. Oh, geez, ran into a force. Don't worry about that. If you guys want to see me do a what would Civ do with this offense, if this video hits, let's do 50 likes. If this video hits 50 likes, I will do a what would Civ do with this offense next week. It'll be coming out on Monday. 50 likes is what we need for that. But the same thing, we're just going right back to the same touch pass again. Boom, pretty good blocking. Obviously, we're taking some big hits right here, and the pass plays out of this are pretty cool. So let's go back into the play calling screen and see what pass plays we have outside of that PA read. We already talked about that a little bit. I want to talk about corner strike now as well. Let me actually fix this too, so we get really neat out here. So let's talk about corner strike, and this can be a really, really good play if you know what you're doing. And it's going to actually do, we'll go up against a random zone defense. Against man, this won't do very good, but against random zone, it will. And basically, all we're doing here is it's going to be the same motion, but we're going to let him come out a little bit farther. Right here, we're going to try rolling out to throw the C route. You see right here? Boom. We let him go out a little bit further. And if you roll out with the C route, it's going to be wide open every single time. Now, you can put our tight end on a flat. You can block him if you want to. You kind of get whatever you want. But the main route combo is this right here. We have an in route. We're going to motion Brown on a streak. And we just want to try to roll out with this. And yes, that motion is a little bit different. But I mean, they only have a second to react to when you're actually snapping the ball. They only have about a second. So that's why when I do the jet touch pass, I like to put my cursor over this guy so they can't tell, because they can see where your cursor is. So they can't tell if it's a standard motion or if it's jet touch pass motion. It's very, very hard to tell. And we're just doing this, and you're going to see this C route getting over every single one of these zones. Boom. And obviously, we're taking just huge hits from Jamal. If you guys are playing against an enforcer, guys, like I'd always be saying, don't take hits. Probably wrong conservative. But honestly, I know I just kind of spoke some gibberish, but this is really, really good. This is really, really, really good. Right here, we see this midline. If you just hold it with our quarterback, super good. Able to get a spin and a nice, nice, nice gain per usual. I mean, you can't ask for a lot more than what we're doing right here in terms of offense. Okay, you really can't. If you wanted to make this look super like what we were doing before, you could snap this right here. I don't like to. I'd rather let him get out. Right here, this against hard flats is obviously open. Now, I mean, that's just an easy dot. But, I mean, you can really spam the heck out of these plays. And honestly, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You know, maybe put a smart route in route right here. And let's go with the zig. Let's do something like this. And we have that zig, but we're going to wait for that. And we have it just inaccurate on the run. I do want to take a look at one or two more plays. If you have Hot Route Master, obviously you could get super creative with this offense. I'm not using Hot Route Master, but you could definitely get creative with this. You could definitely get very, very creative with this. You also have the motion swing screen, which isn't the best, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Kind of gives that college vibe a little bit more to it. You see, get a halfway decent rack, and you're able to get decent yards. A user could go and get that, but that's why you kind of want to mix it in with a couple other motion plays that you do have. But it's a cool play. It's a cool play. You see, especially against the CPU, it's going to do a really, really good job. Against bad users, it'll do pretty good too. It's not going to be the best, though. I'm not a huge fan of it because I feel like it has a very, very large tell because of how slow that motion is. But it does give you that really big college vibe to it. And, you know, just trying to a little juke backwards, can't get it right there. The other play I want to talk to you about, and this is obviously from a shotgun set, but you see we're pretty run heavy from it, or like I would say run heavy. Is going to be this right here, where it's going to be this RPO read FL screen. This is just another cool play where we're going to have this read right here, and okay, we just handed off. Didn't get a good gain, but we still just handed off like normal. So check out what we're doing. We have the read defender right here for the read option, and then we also have the the screen guy on that P. Okay, the pass key. I couldn't think of the word. The pass key, guys. And you're gonna be kind of so like right here. Our tight end misses a block, which is why I'm not a huge fan of throwing this all the time. This is a little bit weird, but it does give you that college feel. It does give you a very, very big college feel in terms of running this RPO. And if you get good at this RPO, you can learn all the different looks that you have with it. And also, motion this guy out, you can do that. If he decides to, you know, use his head and actually catch the ball, you can do some pretty cool things with this, honestly, that I'm a pretty big fan of. Like that, like that's a very, very, very cool little 4 or 5 yard dot. I'm a big fan of that, actually. I am. So motion out right here. And it's just a matter of being able to fit that in against the right defenses. But honestly, that's going to be about wrapping this up. I think this is a very, very cool thing. If you guys, once again, want to see me use this and what would Civ do and see me in it with live gameplay around me, make sure you guys get this video to 50 likes. Make sure you leave a hashtag CivWave in the comment section below. If you guys new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Hoping to be able to hit that before Madden 21 drops. But I don't know. I guess we're going to see. I'll see you guys all in the next video.